This is the story of Princess Fiona and the Beast.
So please sit back, relax, and let us share with you the tale we had the privilege of learning from Fee herself.
Let's start at the very beginning. Princess Fiona was born in a stunning and mysterious land, Zimbabwe.
She grew up with the love and support of her two elder brothers, her beautiful, but obviously less cool, twin sister, and her parents, the loyal king and gracious queen. Her father was originally from Zimbabwe, but her mother is from the sunny land of Jamaica.
The family lived happily in Zimbabwe until Princess Fiona's 16th birthday. Once the celebrations were over, they boarded a flight to the United Kingdom, and so a new chapter of Fee's life began. The family soon settled in Birmingham until Fiona moved to study medical microbiology at Warwick, and finally moved to the big cultural hub that is London town.
Here she continued to pursue her passion in singing, and was wowing huge audiences with each performance. Unfortunately, it was at this time that the Beast began to wreak havoc in poor Princess Fiona's life.
At home in Kensington Palace, she always felt like sleeping. She'd often cancel plans and skip activities she loved in an attempt to cure her terrible fatigue.
Meanwhile, she would fidget constantly. This only served to infuriate the Queen. But these weren't the only habits Princess Fiona started to adopt. She began biting her nails from anxiety and suffered from terrible migraines.
She was warm and very sweaty all the time, and her heart always beat very fast. This made her very uncomfortable, especially when conducting her daily duties. And as she was so often taken ill, the villagers became unhappy, thinking she was faking it.
Fiona began losing weight terribly. She shrunk to almost the size of a pixie.
Soon, the royal advisors decided she must be sent to the GP, the Grim Place, where almost all unwell royals are taken to be cured by the best witches in all the land.
However, through all Fee's many trips to the Grim Place, she was only ever given the rare and all-powerful drug, paracetamol.
Furthermore, alongside this very useful medication, the witches took Fiona's blood on each and every visit.
Whether it was a Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Friday, Tuesday, Sunday, or even a Wednesday, making it a 7-day service, just like the NHS. #just saying.
All this blood repeatedly revealed nothing much of interest, save a small lack of vitamin D, for example. On a day when she was feeling particularly unwell, Fiona decided to seek the advice of the most trusted fairies in all the land, those in the region of 111 NHS Direct.
The 111 fairies suggested Fiona's immediate admittance to hospital. Once Princess Fee was out of her palace, her extreme fatigue and frailty was revealed. She spent 7 long weeks in hospital.
During this time, the witches learned that Fiona's heart, which had a huge capacity for love and generosity, was under a mountain of stress due to the Beast.
After a while, the witches also began to test small pieces of Fiona, known as biopsies. One particular biopsy from her abdomen revealed the Beast.
Upon this diagnosis, everything made sense.
Shocked and terrified at the news, Fiona reflected with her mum upon the consequences.
Before the Beast could be removed from her body, Fiona received multiple bags of blood from the witches, intended to strengthen her heart for the upcoming operation.
4 hectic weeks after her diagnosis, Fee was brought to surgery, and the Beast was removed. It did not, however, leave without a fight. Fiona lost a lot of blood, and had to spend 3 days in an intensively caring unit of witches.
She was soon back on her glass slippers, and her follow-up visits to the hospital reduced, and she started spending more time in the Grim Place having small check-ins.
This was to ensure that the Beast could not return, but also to check that there was no chance of a similar Beast hurting any of Fee's family.
The Beast, also known as a Paraganglioma, which is a rare neuroendocrine neoplasm, was producing 50 times the amount of adrenaline as in a normal person's body. This was the cause of all her symptoms.
A paraganglioma, also known as a pheochromocytoma, is a rare tumour of the adrenal glands. They are usually benign, however at least 10% of all of these tumours are cancerous.
Thankfully, Fee's was benign, but there is still a chance of another tumour developing. Paragangliomas can develop at any age, including in babies and small children. However, we suspect in Princess Fiona's case, the tumour developed in her early mid-20s. It's hard to pinpoint exactly when Fee's tumour started growing, and even her witches have struggled to do this.
The tumours develop in the centre of one or both of the adrenal glands. In the adrenal medulla, the cells of the adrenal medulla produce adrenaline, which is released into the bloodstream when necessary.
Paragangliomas can cause hyperproduction of these. In Fiona, this led to adrenaline levels 50 times above normal, as previously mentioned. Usually, symptoms occur in sudden attacks lasting from a few minutes to an hour. As
the tumour grows, so do the attacks, both in intensity and length. The most common symptoms include severe headaches, sweating, and heart palpitations.
Pheochromocytomas occur for no obvious reason in most cases, but at least 25% of cases are due to some genetic condition. Although Fiona is now well, her recovery was slow. She struggled with how she was treated by the witches. In hospital, the witches often talked amongst themselves and treated Fiona as a freak under examination.
All Fiona wanted was to be seen as a patient rather than a specimen. She felt like the witches had been very unjust. She even agreed to the procedure to remove the beast, while still being sedated from her medication.
She also took much longer to recover physically. She couldn't laugh or cough, and her throat ached for ages.
Princess Fiona now feels as though she's in good health, even if her doctors don't. She maintains a healthy diet and does some cardio to keep her heart healthy. Despite all this very unnecessary bad luck, Fiona is very grateful.
She is enveloped in affection from her villagers, family and friends. She is able to carry on with all her daily duties and pursue her passions, especially singing.
Although Princess Fiona's story hasn't really finished yet, we hope it ends with a happily ever after.